All right, Raiders fans, buckle up, because we need to dive deep into why the Las Vegas Raiders are at a crossroads that could define the future of this franchise. If the Raiders somehow end up with the number 1 overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, it opens the door to a quarterback like Fernando Mendoza. And let me tell you, this is the kind of player who could fundamentally change the trajectory of the team. Now, I want to be crystal clear from the jump. If the Raiders don't have that top pick, it's going to be really difficult to acquire a quarterback of Mendoza's caliber. The team has too many holes to fill, too many areas that need immediate attention, and trying to trade up in that situation just doesn't make sense. But if that number 1 pick is secured, this becomes a golden opportunity to bring in a player with the potential to be a franchise quarterback for the next decade. Fernando Mendoza has caught the attention of scouts and fans alike, not just because of his size or arm, but because he embodies the type of intelligence, awareness, and leadership you can't teach. He stands 6'5", 225 pounds, or at least that's what's officially listed. Watching him in the Heisman ceremony, I had a question if he might be closer to 6'4", but the point is, this is a big, physically capable quarterback who can handle the demands of the NFL. His college statistics are outstanding. 33 touchdowns to only 6 interceptions, nearly 3,000 passing yards, and a completion percentage above 71%. Those numbers alone are impressive, but the real story is the way he commands the field, reads defenses, and makes decisions under pressure. When I watch Mendoza, I see a quarterback with the pro-ready instincts that are crucial at the next level, someone who has the composure and pocket awareness that can make a difference from the moment he steps onto an NFL field. Comparing him to others coming out of college, Mendoza strikes me as a more athletic version of Jared Goff. He may not have had the same raw arm strength Goff did, but he makes up for it with timing, precision, and football IQ. He is the kind of quarterback who can develop into a top 10 player in the league with the right coaching and supporting cast. His accolades speak volumes about what kind of competitor he is. In 2025, Mendoza won the Heisman Trophy, the Maxwell Award, the Walter Camp Award, the Davey O'Brien Award, AP College Football Player of the Year, Big Ten Most Valuable Player, Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year, Big Ten Quarterback of the Year, and he was first team All-Big Ten, not to mention the MVP of the Big Ten championship game. If there's one award he might care about the most, it's probably that championship MVP, because it shows he can deliver in high-stakes situations, which is exactly what the Raiders need at quarterback. Looking at his college career trajectory, he's shown consistent improvement, developing steadily from his early days at Iowa to his breakout seasons at Cal, and then on to Indiana, where he truly became a leader of men. Mendoza may not be the flashiest athlete in every highlight reel, but what makes him special is his drive to be the best version of himself. That discipline, that focus, and that competitive spirit are qualities that can elevate everyone around him. We've seen this in quarterbacks like Tom Brady, who are not the most athletic but possessed an unrelenting determination to win, and Mendoza mirrors that in many ways. He is more athletic than critics often give him credit for, and when you pair that with his leadership qualities, he becomes an ideal cornerstone for a team ready to rebuild. And let's not overlook the cultural and symbolic impact as well. Mendoza is a Cuban American, and that connection resonates with Raider Nation in a unique way. He embodies the kind of identity and representation that can energize a fan base while simultaneously strengthening the culture within the locker room. Now, let's talk about the team context. The Raiders are in desperate need of a quarterback. This is a league that revolves around quarterbacks, and the teams currently at the top of the playoff races all share one thing in common. They have invested in young, talented quarterbacks. Geno Smith is expected to be gone next season, and the current backup options, while serviceable, don't provide the kind of leadership or long-term potential that Mendoza offers. Audin O'Connell and Cam Miller have their strengths, but they are backups at their core. The idea would not be for Mendoza to simply sit behind O'Connell. It would be about leveraging O'Connell's professionalism and experience to mentor him while allowing Mendoza to grow into the starter he is destined to become. The Raiders have tried the journeyman quarterback approach for several seasons, bringing in veterans instead of building around a young talent. That strategy has failed to produce sustainable success, and the team's struggles since Derek Carr's departure only highlight the need for a paradigm shift. by drafting Mendoza, the Raiders can finally move away from that cycle of temporary solutions and begin to build a team around a quarterback who has the ability to elevate everyone on the roster. The difference between Mendoza and past failed prospects, like Jamarcus Russell, cannot be overstated. Where Russell lacked work ethic, focus, and leadership, Mendoza excels in every area. He is a dedicated, hard-working athlete who understands the weight of responsibility that comes with leading a team. His teammates rally around him, and his influence extends beyond the field, instilling a culture of accountability, determination, and resilience. This is exactly what the Raiders need to reset their identity and create a foundation for long-term success. In terms of performance under pressure, Mendoza has consistently delivered in high-stakes games. From championship matchups to crucial fourth-quarter situations, he demonstrates an ability to remain calm, make decisive plays, and guide his team to victory. That kind of composure and clutch performance is invaluable, especially for a franchise that has struggled to find stability at the quarterback position. Winning is contagious, and having a quarterback who understands how to inspire and lead can fundamentally change the mentality of an entire team. Mendoza's leadership extends beyond his own performance. He elevates the players around him, creating an environment where everyone believes in the collective goal. That's the kind of impact the Raiders have been missing for years, and securing a player like Mendoza could be the catalyst that finally transforms the team into a competitive, disciplined, and cohesive unit. Add to that the potential for attracting top coaching talent, and the case for drafting Mendoza becomes even stronger. When a franchise shows it is committed to a quarterback with exceptional talent and leadership, it becomes a more appealing destination for innovative and ambitious coaches. The combination of a top quarterback, cap flexibility, and draft capital presents an enticing package that could help the Raiders break the cycle of instability and set a course toward consistent success. Fernando Mendoza is not just a quarterback. He is a proven winner, a natural leader, and a catalyst for culture change. All right, let's continue diving into why Fernando Mendoza represents not just a quarterback solution, but a complete cultural shift for the Las Vegas Raiders. One of the most compelling aspects of Mendoza's game is his ability to lead by example. When you watch him on the field, you see a quarterback who doesn't just command plays, he inspires confidence in everyone around him. His teammates feed off his energy and determination, and that is exactly what the Raiders need after several seasons of instability and inconsistency at the most critical position in football. A quarterback like Mendoza doesn't just throw passes. He sets the tone for practices, lifts the morale in the locker room, and instills a mentality of discipline and focus. That kind of leadership is contagious and can reshape a team from the inside out. It's one thing to have talent, but it's another to have the combination of talent and the mental fortitude to perform when the pressure is at its highest. Mendoza has consistently demonstrated that mental toughness in college, thriving in the most intense matchups and emerging victorious in high-pressure situations. The Big Ten championship, for instance, highlighted his ability to lead a team under stress, executing critical plays in the moments that define the outcome of the game. That experience is invaluable for a Raiders team that has struggled to close out games and maintain consistency against tough opponents. Beyond the field, Mendoza embodies professionalism and humility. He is widely regarded as a player who is coachable, disciplined, and eager to improve, qualities that are essential when transitioning to the NFL. For a team like the Raiders, which is trying to rebuild not only its roster, but also its reputation as a franchise, having a quarterback who carries himself with maturity and respect can have a ripple effect across the entire organization. It signals to coaches, teammates, and even free agents that this is a program on the rise, ready to embrace a winning culture and elevate everyone involved. Mendoza's style of play is also perfectly suited for the modern NFL. He combines pocket awareness with athleticism, allowing him to make plays both within and outside the structure of traditional offensive schemes. His ability to move in the pocket, extend plays, and find open receivers makes him a dynamic threat, and defenses will need to account for every inch of his skill set. This versatility is critical in a league that increasingly rewards quarterbacks who can adapt, improvise, and make smart decisions under pressure. While some may focus on arm strength or measurable metrics, what Mendoza brings goes far beyond those numbers. He brings leadership, intelligence, poise, and the ability to elevate a roster that has struggled to find a consistent identity over the past several seasons. Pairing him with a coaching staff committed to development and a roster built around his strengths could transform the Raiders into a team that competes at the highest level year after year. Now, let's consider the impact on team building. By selecting Mendoza with the first overall pick, the Raiders would be signaling a commitment to long-term success rather than short-term fixes. They would be investing in a quarterback who has already shown he can develop, learn, and grow into a player capable of sustaining excellence. That kind of strategic decision is essential when you look at a team with significant roster holes, cap flexibility, and draft capital. Rather than spending top dollars on veteran quarterbacks who may or may not fit, the Raiders can build around Mendoza, ensuring that every addition to the roster complements his strengths and allows him to reach his full potential. The contrast between Mendoza and past Raiders quarterbacks could not be more stark. While previous first-round selections struggled with work ethic or consistency, Mendoza's college career shows a player who thrives on preparation, demands excellence from those around him, and refuses to settle for mediocrity. That mindset is exactly what this franchise has been lacking. And let's not forget the cultural fit. Mendoza is not just a quarterback. He is a figure who embodies resilience, determination, and pride. His Cuban-American heritage and personal story resonate with Raider Nation's identity of toughness and grit. He connects with the fan base in a way that few players can, creating excitement, engagement, and hope for the future. This kind of connection is invaluable, especially for a team looking to reignite enthusiasm and loyalty among its supporters. In addition, Mendoza's presence can attract top coaching talent, as we've discussed. Coaches want to work with quarterbacks who can elevate a team, lead effectively, and adapt to complex offensive schemes. By having a quarterback like Mendoza at the helm, the Raiders make themselves a more attractive destination for innovative, high-caliber coaches who can complement his skills and guide the team to success. The combination of franchise quarterback, cap flexibility, and multiple draft picks creates a perfect storm for rebuilding. It allows the organization to address weaknesses, invest in the offensive and defensive lines, and add playmakers around Mendoza without compromising the salary cap. That strategic approach increases the likelihood of sustainable success and reduces the risk of repeating past mistakes with high-profile veterans or journeyman quarterbacks. Mendoza's impact extends beyond the X's and O's. He is a proven winner, someone who understands what it takes to succeed at every level, and has consistently demonstrated the ability to perform when it matters most. His leadership, discipline, and winning mentality are traits that can permeate every corner of the Raiders organization, creating a culture of accountability, focus, and excellence. For a team that has struggled to find identity and stability, these intangibles are as valuable as any statistic or highlight reel. When you combine his physical tools with his mental and emotional attributes, Mendoza emerges as not just a prospect, but a transformative figure for a franchise in desperate need of a reset. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Speculation is swirling around the NFL as the Las Vegas Raiders face what could be a seismic shift in their roster. In a statement that has sent shockwaves through the league, Raiders head coach CARROLL reportedly remarked, "I can't do anything." He wanted to leave, in reference to the sudden departure of one of the team's star players. While no official details have been confirmed regarding the circumstances of the exit, insiders suggest this could signal the beginning of a dramatic off-season shakeup. Fans and analysts alike are scrambling to piece together what might have led to the unexpected split. Some speculate that internal tensions within the locker room may have played a role, with whispers of disagreements over coaching strategies or future direction of the team. Others point to potential contract disputes or the players' desire for a fresh challenge elsewhere in the league. Regardless of the reason, Carroll's comment hints at a lack of control over the situation, raising questions about the Raiders' management and how they handle star talent. The implications for the Raiders are potentially massive. Losing a top performer could impact both team morale and on-field strategy, forcing Carroll to rethink game plans and possibly accelerate the development of younger players. Meanwhile, the broader NFL landscape is abuzz with speculation about where the departed star might land next. Rumors are already circulating about possible trades and free agent destinations, with several teams reportedly monitoring the situation closely. While Carroll's tone appeared resigned, some fans interpret it as a subtle critique of the player's decision, suggesting that the star's departure may not have been entirely amicable. Meanwhile, league insiders are hinting that this could spark a domino effect, with other players reevaluating their futures and potentially reshaping team rosters league-wide. For now, the Raiders remain tight-lipped about any immediate replacements or strategic adjustments, leaving fans and pundits to debate the long-term impact of this stunning exit. As the story develops, the sports world watches closely, knowing that in the NFL, the departure of a single star can ripple across the entire league. One thing is certain: Carroll's candid acknowledgement that he wanted to leave may prove to be just the tip of the iceberg in a saga that could redefine the Raiders' next season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.